The final AP poll of the college basketball season dropped yesterday, Cart. And once again, as has happened every single week this season for the most part, I am confused on certain elements of it. Let's look at the final poll. It took us all season. Took us the entire season, my friend, but we finally got there. The Duke Blue Devils are the number one team in the polls. We've been screaming that they should be the number one team in the polls all year long, and they're finally there. They got 52 of the 61 first place votes. They are the unanimous number one, consensus number one team. Houston at two, Auburn at three. They dropped two spots after the back-to-back losses to end the season. Florida at four. Alabama, St. John's 5-6, Michigan State at 7, up only one spot. Tennessee down 4 to 8, Texas Tech 9, Clemson 10, Maryland 11, Iowa State 12, Louisville, Texas A&M, Kentucky 15, Memphis, BYU up 6 to 17, Wisconsin 18, St. Mary's, Purdue 20, Missouri 21, Michigan still somehow at 22, Oregon 23, Illinois 24, Marquette 25. The best receiving votes were Drake, Arizona, UCLA, UC San Diego, and UConn. If you are keeping track, UConn is the third team with UC in its first two letters off of the AP poll. That's how this season went for the Huskies. Your thoughts on the final AP poll, Cart?
I mean, I gotta do this, and I hate to do this, but it needs to be said. Why is Michigan 22nd in the country?
I have no idea.
Like, there's no like, what am I missing? What's the angle?
I don't think anyone voting in the polls has watched this team in a month.
Is that what it is?
I think so.
Okay, because that makes absolutely no sense to me whatsoever.
Yeah.
They've been losing games.
Yeah, I don't get it.
They lose three games, and they're somehow like that. That makes absolutely no sense to me whatsoever. Um, I mean, I'll say this because I say it on everyone. I actually no, I won't say it on this one because St. John's had a big win on the road at Marquette. I will give them that credit. St. John's being ahead of Michigan has always irked me this year, but I won't do that to them this year, or this time around. The only thing I would say here is I think BYU can be higher given what they've done the past couple games.
Yeah, I could see that. I with BYU, I feel like they've risen enough. I'm not upset about it. The two things I'm most mad about apply to our two teams, but you hit the first. I can't believe Michigan is still in the poll. They should be nowhere near this. They're playing nowhere near like a top 22 team in the country. I don't even think their resume says they are a top 22 team in the country at this point. Michigan State at 7 still pisses me off. St. John's has one win this season that's even in the same ballpark as Michigan State's last six wins of the regular season. Their resume is better. They're pretty identical in teams, but there's just not much of a justification of why St. John's should be ahead of Michigan State at this point. I'm pretty annoyed. Now I'm doing the inverse of the Duke thing, but pretty annoyed Auburn dropped to three. It's Duke and then it's Auburn. Why can no one get this through their heads? Like it's a very simple way to talk about this season at large. Duke is the best, and Auburn is the second best, and then it's Houston, and then it's everybody else. But why can the poll not just get the top two right, Cart? I don't get it.
Well, Auburn did lose back-to-back games.
To tie the same record as Houston, who's ahead of them now? Like
Week to week, it's fluent.
it shouldn't be. And if it is going to be fluid, like by the end of the season, can we get there? Can we get to the right number? Duke is one, Auburn is two, Houston is three. Everybody else you can debate about.
You think that'll happen once this year?
No, because this was the last poll.
Yeah, honestly, a lot of my gripes on this one are Big Ten related.
Yeah, what else you got?
Oregon's not schedule merchants here.
They're pretty schedule merchanty, I think.
You think they're deserving a 23 ahead of Illinois?
No, in fact, here's a point that I saw on Illinois Twitter. I forget who tweeted this, but Illinois at 24. Do you know what Illinois' record is against the 20th, 21st, 22nd, and 23rd teams this year?
Undefeated?
4-0. Illinois is 4-0 against the four teams rated directly ahead of them in this poll and didn't lose once to any of them.
And you look at those teams, the 22nd team lost. I'm not sure when this did this drop when Wisconsin lost to Penn State at home.
This dropped yesterday. Yeah, this dropped Monday.
I mean, Wisconsin. I mean, they did drop significantly, but I guess that is crazy that Illinois beat all those teams.
I
And
mean, at minimum, like just going off results, normally the poll's very reactionary. I don't really follow Purdue being ahead of Illinois after Illinois beat them.
yeah, I don't follow that either.
So yeah, to me, I would just flip flop it. Illinois at like 20, Purdue at 21, Missouri 22, Oregon 23. Fine. Drop Michigan out of the poll. Maybe get UC San Diego in. I'll be happy.
Do I need to come to grips with the fact that Clemson's number 10?
Yeah, it feels a little off-putting, doesn't it?
They're good. Don't get me wrong. 10 just seems wild to me.
I mean, objectively, the same record as Michigan State, really good, 26 and
True.
5, but the ACC caveat for sure.
Yeah. Like I think Louisville. Like, do you think Louisville's better than Clemson?
I think it's close.
I
I'm
think
fine with Clemson being a little bit ahead of them.
does Maryland at 11 make you mad?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I know it does. I know it makes you
But there's
tick.
nothing I can do, you know?
There's nothing you can do about it.
Just gotta accept it.
Be crabby about it.
Yeah, be real crabby about it. Any final words for the AP poll this year?
Watch basketball, please.
It's not that easy.
It's not that hard.
I just want a vote.
I want to vote too.
If you got a vote, you would do devious things with it, I think, though.
Yeah, I would. 100%.
Like what's your top 10 right now if you're voting for the AP poll?
Michigan State.
All right, we're gonna stop it right there.
What?